Long time no see. It's been about 6 months since the last upload. A lot has changed in my life. Sort of had to take a break there for a while, just a few things going on. Obviously with the leg, it's been playing up still. That was over 2 years ago now. I've actually moved to Queensland now, which has been something I've wanted to do for a long time, so a bit of stress in that, moving everything up, as well as starting a new build and getting rid of the GU and stuff. So just been taking a break for myself, physically and mentally. I took some time to just enjoy golf, which is a new hobby, so I've been smashing that. But yeah, now I've sort of settled in up in Queensland and I'm keen to jump back into the builds, and we've got a lot planned for 2025. So in the background you can already see the GQ, which a lot has been done to that already. So I'll sort of give you guys, I guess, a bit of an intro to that, but I'll then take you back into the past where we picked this thing up and take you through some of the mods we've been doing to it. It's mainly just because so much has been happening so fast to this build that I hadn't even filmed an intro before I got stuck into it. So this is sort of in the future, then we'll jump back into it, and then hopefully once things settle down and slow down with this thing, I can film a bit more in depth when I'm doing the jobs to this. But this car, I've had it for probably 2 months now, and it has been unreal. Hasn't skipped a beat. So yeah, I'll run the clips now of when I picked it up, show you guys sort of what it is, the kilometres, condition, all that, and then run you through the plans of it. So yeah, stay tuned. Rightio, going to give you guys a rundown before this thing changes too much. So there's a few clips I would have chucked in at the start. Unfortunately, I didn't film some of the stuff I've already got stuck into just because I've been impatient, but you can see I've already chucked the chrome grille on, got rid of the rubber flares, taken the roof rack off and removed the bull bar. A few other things, but what I'm going to do is run you through the specs of this thing, the plans for it. There's sort of going to be 3 stages. So yeah, 1997 GQ TB42 EFI. It's got 300,000 Ks on it. It's an RX model, so it's got electric mirrors but manual doors. It's got all the chrome trim, and I'll give you guys a bit of a look. You can sort of see it's in pretty good nick. There's a few little touch-up spots here, but it's got straight panels, good paint. And if we jump in here, the interior is really nice too. The carpet here probably needs a bit of a steam clean, but everything else is really good nick. Door cards are all pretty much perfect. I've already upgraded the front speakers. It came with a little head unit. Other than that, everything is factory. It's a Series 2, so it's got the black dash and a few extra gauges, a bit nicer steering wheel. And if I go back here, you got the other seats. But yeah, this thing is mint. So, like I said, there's going to be 3 stages. The first stage is going to be the aesthetic stage, so that's where I'm going to start making it look pretty, which is why I've already taken off the roof rack. I don't want that because it just spreads rust, and I don't want the extra height or weight up top. Got the chrome grille on, got something coming for the front here, which is why I took the bull bar off. Took the flares off because I don't like the look of them. Obviously new rims and tyres. Got some chrome mirrors coming, a couple of things for the back, just the quarter panels need tidying up, and new chrome corners as well. So it's going to be a pretty simple looking car. It's just going to be, I guess, a pretty much stock GQ with chrome everywhere, and nice rims and tyres and a lift kit. But yeah, that's stage 1, sort of just aesthetics inside and out. The only aesthetic stuff inside will be upholstery interior, which a good mate of mine is going to be doing that, so there'll be a full video on that. But yeah, then stage 2 is going to be handling, so that's where all the suspension will come out. It's already got like a 2-inch lift kit in it, but it's no good. I did chuck a drag link in it the other day because that one was flogged out, and you don't want to be playing games with that, so I changed that straight away. But everything else suspension wise will be filmed in one video. It'll get GU diffs because they're bigger, better, stronger, better brakes on them, getting braced, and then yeah, full suspension overhaul, which I'll go into more detail on, but just getting the front and rear suspension dialed in. And then the third stage will be the motor. So this motor will come out and there will be a new motor going in with quite some power, but I don't think I'll disclose that just yet. But all I'll say is she's going to boogie, and this will be the new bot bus. So that's sort of another reason I wanted this. If you've been following for a while, you'd know the GU was obviously a wagon, 4.8 petrol, had the bot bus plates, thing loved limiter, and this thing will be saying petrol. That's about the only clue I can give you, and it will have a lot of limiter, and it will love it. So, and already this thing loves limiter. I've already done an exhaust, which I'll show you guys as well. Alright, so this is the current exhaust setup, which the reason I had to do this was when I actually picked this car up, it was super underpowered. So usually you got the cat here, then you got a big muffler at the back here, and then another smaller muffler right at the end. So what happened was I picked it up, it was super quiet and really underpowered. So I came home, pulled the muffler off and left the cat on, and I was like, oh, I'll see if that sort of frees it up and lets it breathe. And with no muffler and just the cat here, it was still super quiet. So I was like, oh, there must be something wrong with the cat. So I cut the cat off here, welded on a new flange to just the old muffler. This is the muffler that goes to the back, not the middle one. So this one's only a small one. And it made it sound a lot louder, nicer, and also like could triple the power. So I'll put the clips in of the cat and what it was like inside. Clearly that's why it was so restricted. There's clearly a lot of back pressure and no air was getting through, and the motor was hating life. So just doing that alone literally quadrupled the power. Runs nicer, idles nicer, and sounds sick now too. So I was actually going to buy a full new exhaust, but this sounds pretty good, so I'll chuck some clips in it. But the only thing I've got to do is just dump this out the side because the fumes come straight out here and into the cab now. So not the most ideal setup, but because the motor will get changed down the track, there's no point doing a full nice exhaust and then changing it all again at the end. So yeah. Quick little update on where the car's at. I do apologise for not filming everything in depth as I'm doing it, but obviously new rims and tyres are on and the front bumper's on, and then I also did chuck some spacers in the front just to give it a bit of Cali lean for now. There's a whole new suspension kit going in, but that'll be at a later date. For now, I've put these temporary rims and tyres on because I'm so impatient that I just needed it to look nice. I guess for the next 30 to 40 days, I've got a new rim and tyre sponsor that's going to be supporting the channel, and they're just backdated at the moment. So for now, I hit up Guy at Bud's Tyres, and he got me the Dirty Life Race Canyon Pro rims and some Conforsa muddies in. So these are a 17 by 8.5, neg 13, I believe. And then the tyres are a 315 70/17, so a 35-inch tyre. They do poke quite a bit without these factory flares on. Down the track, The new rims I've got coming are a 0 offset, but they will still poke the same because I'm going a GU diff, which is 20mm wider either side. But the 0 offset will help with scrub radius, as well as obviously with the GU diffs. If I then ran a negative offset as well, they'd be poking like 100mm. This is the factory chrome bumper. Got it second hand, but it's in very good condition. It's obviously a little bit wet at the moment, so probably can't tell, but this has sort of tidied up that whole front end, and this is the look I'm going for with all the chrome. It's going to tie in nicely. I've got new clear indicators because I want to get rid of the orange. Got some new headlights coming from Steady, and then also clear indicator here, so that'll get rid of all the orange. Just nice chrome, and then the tint as well. The next video will be doing some doing some new mirrors, which I'll keep a separate video only because it's got to be a fair bit of modifications to make it look nice, and they're not actually off a GQ. So if all goes well, that'll be the next video, and then that will be the final bit of chrome. Yeah, 15% tint all round, and then the aesthetics will be done for now until we get up to all the suspension and motor stuff. The last two mods I'll be doing in this video, even though I sort of said I won't be doing suspension stuff, obviously because it's already got a 2-inch lift in the back and a 4-inch in the front, the sway bars are now on a bit of a shit angle, so I've got these extended sway bar links, adjustable ones, so I'm going to be chucking these in. You want your sway bars sitting flat, and I don't know if you can sort of see, but that arm is on a fair bit of an angle, and because this car won't be used on the tracks and stuff, I want it to handle super nice, so I'm leaving the front and rear sway bar in, and it just makes it handle and drive so much nicer. So I'll chuck these in the front and the back, then it should drive even nicer. And then the only other thing I'm going to be chucking in is a water temp gauge, because this being petty, that's about the only thing you want to worry about, is making sure the water temp is happy, and if that's happy, the motor's going to be happy. So these things don't really get hot, but the factory gauges are sort of known for not being super reliable, so if I do go to the beach and stuff over summer, I just want to be able to keep an eye on the temps in an accurate way. So I'll chuck that in, and then that'll pretty much wrap up the video. Rightio, last job for today on the GQ is chucking a water temp gauge in just for summer. I plan to do a bit of beach driving and stuff, so this is the main thing I want to keep an eye on. And when the new motor goes in, I'll be doing a full electric dash that'll have all the gauges in it, so I don't want to go out spending crazy money, so I just got this one from Autobahn. It's just a digital water temp gauge. Then for the GU and GQ, you run the 38mm water temp gauge, so you just split this into your top radiator hose, and then just a cup as well, which I'll find a suitable spot for that. So I'm going to get this in the hose first, so I'll just cut that towards the top of the radiator, or closer to the thermostat, wherever, and then I will wire this up. I forgot that I just drove the car, so I definitely won't be doing the hose first. It is way too hot, so this is where I'm going to go for. That way it's just one screw hole in the top here that I can try touch up down the track if I ever remove it, because like I said, I'll be getting the new UC10 or whatever it's called. I actually forget, but it's the new display from Haltech that's a lot wider and will look sick with the new motor. So for now, this bad boy will do me. So I'm going to take the actual cup off, just using that bolt, and then just mark where I want to drill the hole and get that fixed in so it doesn't move, and then that way the wiring can just run straight down the A-pillar there. Alright, the gauge is fully done now. You can see it's picking up the temp there, because it's just been for a drive recently. All the wiring runs down the pillar there neatly. We've got the button mounted into the factory hole there, so that changes the colour, all the settings, and then it just runs through the firewall up alongside the battery, and then you can see it just taps into the little adapter here right near the thermostat, so it makes it super simple. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything I got to do for this video. Rightio, so like I said, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. It's probably been a bit chaotic, back and forwards in timeline and stuff, so I do apologise for that, but hopefully you did still enjoy. The GQ is going to be a pretty cool build, so hopefully you guys are keen for that. There's a lot coming. I've already got parts rocking up left, right and centre, and I've already got another like 3 or 4 videos lined up, so going to be trying to pump out at least one video per week, so make sure you subscribe. Chuck a comment down below if you did enjoy or what you're going to be looking forward to the most, or if you got any recommendations on what I should do next or in the future, let me know. So cheers.